Mackenzie Dern is one step closer to a title shot. Although I believe that she will have to win another fight before she gets a title shot. And I suspect she's going to have to fight Verna. I think Verna is about to fight someone, right? She has to have another fight. You know, that's a good place to start. Where do we go from here? She's at number 6. She beat Ribas, who's at number 8. I would imagine, and remember, Dern lost to Lemos. She lost to Lemos. But Suarez is about to fight the champion. Verna, I don't think, has an opponent. And remember, she's already beat Dern. She's already defeated Dern. This is Mackenzie Dern's record. Didn't she? Actually, Dern won the fight. You know what? I'm tired of rematches. I don't want them to have a rematch. Just had a rematch. No more rematches. Let Suarez fight Wei Lee. And, Verna is only on a 2-fight win streak. The same as Mackenzie Dern. Well, Verna actually might be she's on a 4-fight win streak. 4-fight win streak. And Mackenzie Dern is only on a 2-fight win streak. I don't think Dern should just get a title shot right now. She just came off a 2-fight losing streak. I know some people like, let's give her a title shot now. I don't think so. Give Verna a shot next. Let Verna fight the winner of Suarez-Zhang. Let her fight the winner. Even if Zhang loses, no immediate rematch. No immediate rematch. But definitely if Zhang wins, go ahead and because who else you gonna give it to? Who else you gonna give it to? Now, what they might do is have Dern rematch Verna, and the winner fights the winner of Suarez-Zhang. That's what I suspect they're gonna do. I think, January, February. Suarez will fight Zhang. And whoever wins that fight, I think, will fight Verna. And Mackenzie Dern will be thrown in there. Maybe fight the loser. Mackenzie Dern maybe fight the loser of Zhang Suarez. And Dern is already on record saying she hopes Suarez wins. She says she'd rather fight Suarez than Zhang. Yeah, we know, Mackenzie, we know. So what it's looking like is Wei Lee could possibly be on the road to a long title run. Maybe. I don't know why. I just got the feeling she's going to beat Suarez. Suarez just inactive, but who knows? Who knows with that fight? On the feet, I don't like Suarez's chances. I don't like her chances on the feet. So she better hope that she can do something with Wei Lee on the mat. Now, back to Mackenzie Dern. seeing that this is possibly the next title contender, she might be fighting, and which is what the UFC wanted for a long time. And remember what Mackenzie Dern came from. She came from Cheeseburger Dern. She came from Cheeseburger Dern. Came into the UFC undisciplined, missing weight, out of shape, unfair advantages in at least this fight. Mackenzie wants the queen of no-look punches. Like closing her eyes when she throws punches. And, I think she still does that from time to time. Oh, this is Mackenzie Dern that has had some trials and tribulations, but has made some improvements. She seems to be getting better. But, how much is that worth when she's only on a 2-fight win streak? I know some people are going to say that, hey, Mackenzie Dern's getting back. It's only a 2-fight win streak. So is she really? And I thought she was losing. I thought she was losing to Amanda Ribas. Ribas is still, I think more likely to win a decision against Dern. She's just more tenacious. Mackenzie now has a lot of armbar finishes. You could probably look at that as her patented move. Seems to be better at finishing fights with an armbar than anything else. And she seems to be best at executing an armbar. Best as far as that's her best weapon. And, she may be better than a lot of fighters at putting them in an armbar. I know Verna's pretty real good at those arm bars as well. Any type of bar, Dern seems like she got a good body to squeeze, like this leg bar against Hannah Cyphers. Remember, she put Ronda Marcos in a weird arm bar. I mentioned Mackenzie Dern's flexible, weird flexible body. It does a lot of weird things. Remember, she put Nina Nunes in an arm bar to finish the fight. A lot of arm bars. And of course, put an epic beating. There was no arm bar, but there was an attempted arm bar in this fight, if y'all remember. And in that attempt to arm bar Angela Hill, Mackenzie Dern landed several shots to Angela Hill's face. And that was an epic beating, epic beatdown. Angela Hill's worst loss, and that was Mackenzie Dern's best victory, I thought, as far as punishment dealt out. She's never really dealt out that much punishment against an opponent. And of course, tonight, she defeats Amanda Ribas. So, it looks like she'll get a title shot. We'll see how she does. I was keeping an eye out on the new fighters. Of course, always looking out for the young fighters. This girl right here who won the fight, I think she's like 26. She is tall. She's 5'9". And she has insane reach. But she does not make her height or reach an issue for her opponents. Her opponents don't have to fight through distance, range, because she stays bent over. She jumps in the pocket when she attacks. She gives her height away. She gives her reach and height away. Remind me of Marina Morrows. Just gives her advantage away. She a combination puncher. She's a boxer. She's basically a boxer. Another version of, it's been several boxers. Jessica I. You take your pick. She throws punches in bunches. Her nickname is heavy-handed, but she is not heavy-handed. Definitely a funny thing about her. Your nickname heavy-handed, I expect to see some heavy punches. Yeah, that's all you're throwing is punches. She come out there throwing nothing but punches. I think I remember one kick. And that was it. Her opponent was kind of game, but just too many punches. Now, even though she was not that heavy-handed and the punches didn't do that much damage, they were enough to bother her opponent and keep her opponent occupied for her to win the fight. Now, this was flyweight, and my hopes are not too high about her making any noise at this division. Fatima Klein also won her fight. Remember, she lost her debut, I think, against Jasmine Jasudavicius. Fatima Klein, she looked decent. I thought that was a fun fight. Of course, that was a stoppage as well. Right? You had 2 stoppages. Not a bad night. I thought the ladies did a pretty good job of not staring at each other and wasting time and stinking up the card. Amanda Ribas, I think, is one of the fighters I could rely on to never be boring, win or lose. She's always doing something. She is always doing something. One of the busiest fighters. Now, these two are busy too. I got to tip my hat to the pace of the fights tonight. That's my only thing. It's my only complaint. That's all I ask for. Try. I understand they're not going to be able to execute as well as the men. They're not going to have the speed or power. But you can at least try. Put forth maximum effort. Be in decent enough shape to put out a decent amount of shots, volume, throughout 3 or 5 rounds. And I'm satisfied. So, UFC's first card of 2025. But the flyweight division, the strawweight division was the showcase tonight. That was the main event. And I don't think this fight really, made the strawweight division look that much better than the flyweight division. I still think there's more interest. I'm still more interested in the flyweight division. I thought it'd be a lot worse had this gone to a decision. And that's all I hope for, that somebody finished the fight. Talking about the main event. I did not want that to end, especially with all the grappling and wrestling going on. Did not want that to end in a decision. So I was happy with Mackenzie Dern's performance. I think she might have got performance of the night too. Now, speaking of the flyweight division, once again, I just want to reiterate the fact that Macy Barber has nobody else to fight but Natalia Silva. I don't know what she plans on doing. I haven't been keeping up with her. But Grasso is almost guaranteed to fight Blanchfield next. Manon, guaranteed to fight Valentina next. Barber, who you gonna fight? You're not fighting Rose. Rose ain't fighting up. She's not about to fight up again. She just lost. You know Catlin ain't fighting. You know it's not Andrade. You know it's not Viviane Araújo. Nowhere to hide, Macy. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And I don't think you want to fight Natalia. We can't have that, Macy. We can't have you, wanting to sit back, post training videos of you hitting the mitts, you talking, all right, about how you're the future. And no, we want to see some action. We want to see you ready and willing to take out anybody in your way. And I just don't get any indication that she is willing to fight Natalia Silva. Let's hope that changes soon, because I want to see that fight. All right, yes, and I was, critical about Mackenzie Dern's jiu-jitsu. Rightfully so, because she hadn't had a finish in a long time. And a lot of her fights ended up on the ground. She wasn't able to get a finish. And as much as her jiu-jitsu was talked about, she has not had a finish. This is her first finish since, I think, 2021. Yeah, 2021. Okay, she's had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights since 2021. And I'm telling you, all of them made it to the ground and was on the ground for a significant period of time. Rodriguez survived. Mackenzie Dern on the ground. Torres survived. Jan survived. Remember, all of them on the ground. Angela Hill survived. Andrade just ran over her. Lemos survived. Lupi survived. So even though Dern got a finish, the odds are that she most likely won't finish you. Even if she's on the ground with you. And I think there's a higher chance that Suarez might finish you. And you may as well say Wei Lee might have a better chance of finishing you if she's on the ground with you. So while I like Mackenzie Dern's jiu-jitsu, she do odd things in there with her jiu-jitsu. She real sneaky at getting full mount. There's some moves on the ground that she makes to make her real dangerous. She seems real dangerous at getting in arm bars, putting you in an arm bar, and getting full mount. And slipping through cracks. Her body bends real flexible. Bends like plastic. Like she, don't have a skeleton or something. While it looks good, very effective. If her opponent is tenacious, it's got a lot of scrap in them, there's a good chance they'll survive her on the ground. And if the fight is standing, it's almost guaranteed Dern is going to get beaten up. Unless it's Angela Hill. She was putting a beating the brakes off Angela Hill. If Angela Hill ever get a rematch or the chance for a rematch, she needs to go for it before she retires, because that was a historic beating. And I will land my plane there and see y'all on the next live stream.